Hi, I'm James,
I'm Tom.
and we're from Havana, and you're watching the Kerrang podcast. This is our track-by-track guide to our new album. Past 6 years is basically about our bitterness towards, certainly mine, towards like our friends who are in other bands that are more successful than us and have done better stuff than us, and just about us slogging away for years and playing to like 20 people, and I don't know.
There's a reference to Friends Like These in there as well about how we want to be more than just that one time.
Remember that one song, which was the case for a long, long time. And it's just quite honest and like saying that we're all fools and worthless liars as well. It's quite like, I don't know. Using Retrospect is specific to me and Lee really, because it's about where we have a little village called Heacham on the east coast of England, and it's basically where we went to school. Well, I went to school in Hunstanton, and that's where we grew up and where we hung out, and it's just basically references to how we wish we were still 15 years old and lived in that place, and just because we didn't really have any worries or cares about anything. It was just sort of, everything was simple, and it was just, that was the most fun time of my life really, I guess. And that's just what that song is. It's just like a nostalgic song really for me. I Would Try is about me trying to be more positive about stuff, and it's basically, I think even if we get good stuff, it's never good enough, you know what I mean? I have like a negative outlook on stuff, and it's about, one day I don't know, I felt like I could, now I'm still negative, but when I was writing it, I felt like a little bit of like inspiration. I was like, right, I'm going to try and be positive. I'm not, but basically the song is about me trying to be more positive and trying to look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty, I guess. Little White Lies, that's, I guess, the most commercial song in there. That is just simply about Little White Lies, just about me, well, not even white lies, really, big lies, about me ruining stuff and being stupid and, I don't know, being irresponsible and lying, basically. About me trying to, I don't know, getting annoyed with myself that I always mess stuff up and I always, I don't know, make mistakes and wrong decisions and stuff, and wishing I could apologise for it, but I probably can't. That's, in a nutshell, what it's about. And Phobia, basically, we played a festival called Slam Dunk, and I don't think I've ever been so drunk in my life. And we recorded this the week after that, and I truly...
It was kind of a massive come down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it was like the worst we've ever felt. Like, not with what's going on around us. Like, our bodies just were almost giving up.
It was... I honestly believed I was going to die. I thought I was dying. Because I don't know, I can't explain how... I wasn't myself. It's a really desperate song, because I think it's just, when you listen to it, you can tell it's like the most meaningful song, because we didn't demo it. So when I recorded the vocals, it was actually the first time I'd ever sang it. And I wrote the lyrics while we were at the studio. And I just felt so desperate, and I was like...
Quite a scary time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was truly scared, and I was like clutching at straws and trying to keep my sanity. I thought I was going mad, but I was alright after a while. But it's pretty just desperation, that song. Humble, mostly just, that's about, basically when I lived in, the last 2 years of my life I lived in a flat in North London, not far from here actually, and that's basically about the routine of my mundane existence when I'm not on tour, and how I just literally would wake up, sit on this couch, watch crap TV, eat crap food, do absolutely nothing productive, and it's just about that. And it's also about me sinking into sort of that lifestyle, and my mindset was going that way as well, because like all the good stuff that was happening to our band, I was just letting it go straight over my head, and I wasn't caring. I was just moaning about stuff and just being miserable. And it's just, that song's about me being ungrateful and about me just falling into a very mundane lifestyle.
It's just for me. It's like it is what it says. Like, it's just about having that monotonous routine, and not being able to get out of it. Because if you live in like James was in a flat in London, like cooped up, and there's nowhere really to go, none of us had any money, so we couldn't do anything, and then all you could really do was eat shit food and watch shit TV.
I think we can all, even though I wrote it, we can all relate to it, because we were all doing the same thing. Well, Chris and Lee work, but me and Tom certainly were doing that. We were just waking up to do nothing. We had no incentive to get up in the morning. It was horrible. Stuntier, this is probably the most personal song on the album. This one, again, is sorry, specifically about me and Lee, really, because it's basically is about where we went to school and what we did, because it's a town called Hunstanton, and how we miss it as well. And just about, like, that one is, again, really nostalgic. It's just about a specific time in our life when we was just like high school, when we were just, for me, that was the best time. I think it was for him as well. And it's just about the people and the places we saw and just the experiences we did, really. It's quite, I don't know, that's my favourite song. It's the most personal one.
So I'm missing the old days and just wanted to go back to, like, what things used to be. And then when you go back there now, it's not the same sort of thing.
And just thinking about all the people that we used to know and be friends with, like really close friends with, and now, like, some of them have died, some of them are, it's just, I don't know, it's just really, I don't know, that song makes me sad, I don't know. Filthy Rotten Scoundrel, that is just, that's just about me being a filthy rotten scoundrel, basically. And I don't know.
Kind of, again, having them expectations and of something, achieving them, and then going over your head, not caring. I'm not arrogant, but I guess for fear of ever becoming arrogant, that part of me that would potentially be arrogant is what that song's about. I can't explain what I mean. Basically, I think I expect too much sometimes. I don't live in the moment. I'm always thinking about other stuff, and I expect too much sometimes, and I'm often ungrateful again about stuff, and that's pretty much what that's about. That one is about our old singer Ryan, and just about how we felt when he left, and we were just, I guess we were upset that we projected it as bitterness, and that song's actually quite bitter. I don't feel like that at all anymore. None of us do. Like, he's still one of my best friends. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he was my best friend since I was like 13. So, just that's what the song's about, and it's just kind of references like what happened that we haven't really explained to people.
Yeah.
Before,
without being painfully obvious and upsetting anyone. But I don't know. It's just basically about how we miss him and how it was hard at first to deal with it. But so yeah, it's just about Ryan. Leeches. I really honestly can't go into detail about this because it's about something terrible that happened to somebody I used to be close to years ago, but I really cannot go into detail. The One and Nothing is, well, I used to go out in London a lot and, like a child, get drunk, and it's just about that feeling of when you're having a good time and you're drunk, and then suddenly you just got a moment of realisation and you just feel lost. And for me, I was like just wandering down streets and not really knowing where I was and what I was doing, and it's about like dumbing myself down as well. Like, I think it's about alcohol, that one. That's just stopping your like full potential by drinking is what that song's about, really, and just being complacent about stuff. And I don't know. And then the bit at the end really is, the whole end section is just about how it's
an uplifting bit, isn't it?
It's kind of uplifting, but I don't know whether it is, because it's basically saying that although I'm like this and I don't like it, so are a million other people. Like, most of our friends are like that as well, so we're not alone, but we're all idiots, basically.
Kind of hard to go away on tour and like not fall into that habit of. It does
turn you into an alcoholic. It's hands down. You're a very strong person if you can't.
It's hard to go play a show and turn up and do it every single day, like the same routine, and not have a little bit of fun with alcohol, because it does make things a lot more interesting. As sad as it is to say,
it makes it easier as well. It gets you through the day, I think, which is embarrassing.
It tastes nice.
Yes, it does. But it also leads to a lot of stupid stuff as well, which every bad decision I've ever made has been under the influence of alcohol. So, Nelson's County is about. Nelson's County is the name of the county of Norfolk, which is where we grew up and went to school. And it's about the people. The people in Norfolk seem to have this. Not everyone. I can't generalise, but sort of.
They never want to leave, do they?
They have this weird, like, complacent attitude where they're completely happy with just being born, living, dying in the same town, never going anywhere, never seeing the world, never travelling, just working, mundane 9 to 5. Like, it's just basically about that and how, I don't know.
I think a lot of people kind of think that as like poking fun at them, but I don't think it is. I think it's kind of, I don't understand why people would do that. Not like, ha, look at us, we're doing this. Yeah. But it's kind of like, even if we weren't doing this, I'd still like to travel around and see new places rather than do like a 9-to-5 routine. And I don't know.
Not everyone's privileged enough to be able to do that, are
exactly,
they?
That's what
but
I mean. It's not like a poking fun thing.
It's beyond that, I think. It seems to be that everyone has that attitude, and like a lot of it's just everyone went to school with is basically not really doing anything. And it kind of is about that. 54 is just about my girlfriend, and that's the number of the house that we lived in London. Huh? No. It'd be nice if it was her age. I favour the older woman. Probably not that old.
It's kind of a story, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a story about how I know she sort of grounded me a little bit. How bad I am now, like drinking wise and stuff, I would be a million times worse had I not met her. So I guess she sort of helped me a bit and sort of grounds me and keeps me real and stops me from living with my head in the clouds. And I don't know. The song Cabin Fever, Tom and I, when we were demoing the album, we were basically we locked ourselves in this studio near where Tom lives, and we were basically just we were in there
12 hours a day.
Yeah, longer, and we were just going insane. We were losing our minds. Everything we were writing was crap, and just that's basically what the song's about. We just felt so desperate. We just felt like giving up because nothing come out. We got such bad cabin fever from being in the same like 4 walls for like weeks, and it was just that's essentially what that song's about.
The same really. Like we'd get up at 6 a.m. Then we'd drive to the studio. We'd be in there until like midnight sometimes, and then we'd go home, have 4 hours sleep, and do it all again. And then nothing seemed to be coming out. It was just we were writing. We before we wrote any of them songs, like we wrote probably about 8 other ones that we just scrapped. Like they were rubbish, and it was really stressful. Like, and it was like everyone else was the other 2 guys were working, and we were locked in the studio. And it was kind of hellish. No like nice food. It was just like KFC. It started to make you feel groggy, and yeah, it was not very nice, was it?
Yeah, it was a horrible time.